quick streets in downtown Minneapolis, we welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
First and 10, and they've got three tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Defense for the Vikings, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Murray, he bootlegs it. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 20.
Normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Play action, it's Murray. And he's got his big tight end here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
A gain of 21.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Down, Irving. And then maneuvers way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Murray now. Going deep for Hopkins. And this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Murray now to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Rondale Moore with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Score Cardinals 7, Vikings nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded out to 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 up to 27.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
carry now for Dalvin Cook. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. Back to throw. Abrams. A throw left side, held in by Homer. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
And this was a nice example of the offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
The throw over the middle, take it in. Touchdown! Fair to say, you're looking at guys who can run off the rim. You often find them at the wide receiver position. Now that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards to just give me a second here, because when he shifted it over gear, he was absolutely horrible there. No substitute for speed. We talked about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Isabella now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
On 2nd down, Irving. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A huge play there for Arizona. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Hands it off out of the gun. And he went nowhere. He went backwards. Back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
2nd and 12. Murray. He's got the hook up to Moore. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
A gain of 6 yards.
7-7, our score after 1. Get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. From the gun, Murray. Oh, no, it's incomplete. It's a touchdown if he moves on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. Off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
47-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Cook able to escape, and taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 41. They run. Cook. Oh, look at the juke. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 47 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. With Cook getting the call there on 1st down as he works his way forward for a nice gain of 5.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a freaking touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass. And that makes the score 14-7. 14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Isabella now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Murray going to throw. Making the catch. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
A gain of 20.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little tilt-tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
A great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Second and 7 at their 49-yard line.
Throwing now is Murray. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The Cardinals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And partner, I would guess that in his headset, he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down. It does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. So right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Looking to throw. Abrams. To the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes. That's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st down, Abrams. Right side, it's Handler pulling it in. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there? You got it. The benefits of practice.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't put a bottle in, which could complicate things. But even the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. A big play there on the catch and run. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that.
Touchdown! His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route, worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? But a lot of offenses say touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Meanwhile, Murray's throw here taken in by Isabella. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. One play has him to the 37 here for first and 10. Shotgun now from Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This is first and goal, a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Robert Tonyan in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Vikings 21, Cardinals 14.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. A final shot before break. Abrams. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. A good-looking return set up here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. On first and 10, Abrams. Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down. J.J. Watt, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw. Abrams. He gets it to Sims, complete. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Vikings. He can beat you to number yards. He can catch it short. He can take it long. Or he can do what we just saw right there. Catch it and then run with the football. Extra point by Blitz. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. He's going to look deep for more. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And the Cards are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Murray now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now Murray. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Wreaking havoc with a sack.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
They'll try the left side. Irvin. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. To throw is Murray. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Daniil Hunter in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They run again on first down. Cook. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Well, here's a throw. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings! Big play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Extra point by Vince. Good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
17.
After the touchdown pass to kick it away. Isabella now from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And tough to win games if you go field goal, field goal, field goal. They got field goal last time, and they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chance. We'll see if they can get the score. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. He finds his man complete. It's Moore. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now Murray off play action. Going deep for Hopkins. It's close on the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit.
Cardinals 24.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back, and sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
91 yards on the ground for him so far.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run the counter with Cook. Room here to run. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. After the touchdown pass to kick it away. Isabella now from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. For this time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
A big connection on that one, 35 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
First down, Murray. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
from the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And they'll go back to Hopkins, and this time he's got it. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 26. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. To throw, it's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray, 26 yards. And the Cardinals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. Oh, good return up past the 30. The 40. Kenny Nwangwu. And he will score. Touchdown, Minnesota. It's been a back-and-forth game. A lot of points on the board. And that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's going.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it. As you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, the blow that hurts the most, the one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Isabella now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got to the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because
Murray fighting, lost the football.
a lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Steps away to his right. He's got room to run past the 20. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quitting him.
0.
Murray's throw complete there to Moore. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Murray now. Throw left side complete to Isabella. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Murray now on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Going deep for Hopkins. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Isabella now from his end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got there. They got a setback and they have a long field to cover if they want to try to put points on the board.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. He's going to take another shot here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, we just saw something you don't ordinarily see, and that's him trying to deep ball after throwing a pick six on his previous pass. Normally, they give him something safe to get his confidence back. Instead, they let him fire it downfield, albeit unsuccessfully.
On 2nd and 10, Murray. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Throwing on first down is Murray. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. But just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
On first down, they'll run with the Wangu. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 44-yard line.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. And he'll be taken down at the 26. 166 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
26-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Looking to throw. Abrams. And that will be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
get to this point of the season and he commits on the field goal?
Luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon because he hasn't missed all year long. Congrats on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. Isabella now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the third time. Brandon Jones picking it up. Well, back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it down because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And they will take a knee here. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. And they'll indeed take a knee. And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last two plays having gone backwards? Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Where are they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball, and things are moving and clicking.
Think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Minnesota, they do get the victory here in the season finale, but it was altogether a somewhat disappointing season as they'll wind up at 6-11. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they go out with a bit of a whimper as they wrap up a very trying 4-13 campaign. And this front office will have plenty of work to do in the draft and through free agency to turn this ship around.